Hello everybody and welcome back to another video of Heroes of the Storm. Today we're going to be playing Alexstrasza, the Life Binder. This is a hero request off of YouTube from Swear. I messed that up, but it's Swear off of YouTube. So yeah, we're going to play some Alexstrasza. I really like Alexstrasza. I think she's one of the better healers with just straight healing, and she has super impactful ultimate abilities and a really strong trait that's a lot of fun to use. So yeah, we're gonna jump to a game and hopefully have some fun. Alright, we find ourselves on the Hanamura Temple today. Um, before anything happens, I would just like to point out this ETC in Gul'dan's name. We have Yolo Beggins and Trollo Beggins. It's fantastic. I love it. Um, but Alexstrasza, she has three very strong, very distinctive builds based on her QWE. My personal favorite is the Q build, so that's what we're going to play in this game. So you pick up Live and Let Live at level 1. This will reduce the cooldown of your Q by 125% if you are above 75% max HP. Also, we have a really good team comp for both teams, where we have, I feel like I'm in a ranked match. We have a tank, a healer, a bruiser, a ranged assassin, and a mage. Both teams have very similar structured teams like that, so that's very good to see. Ideally, though, we'd have our ETC down here in the bottom lane and Thrall top, which was just called. Good. But if you don't know how Alexstrasza works, she has this E. That's my E you've seen me throw out there. There's another. My E does very low damage. It's quite unimpactful upon impact. So how it works is you will send out this damaging ability that will pierce all enemies like such, including minions. And then if you hit an enemy with it again, the mana is refunded. And it also initiates a large slow on that enemy. Additionally, Alexstrasza, baseline, she gets more regen than most people. So her health regen is increased by 150% if you read here under your Q's passive. So that's her E that I mentioned. That's her only form of damage besides basic attacks. So we're going to be really lacking in that department. And with this build especially, you really trade your damage capabilities for your healing capabilities, because your healing capabilities are really strong on Alexstrasza. And speaking of her healing capabilities, that's where her Q comes in. Her Q and W are both healing abilities. Her Q is a point and click on an ally where you sacrifice 15% of your maximum HP to heal an ally for 150% of that amount. If you don't know what that is, it tells you right here by your head. So that's that. This is our W. It's that big heal you saw me use that I took more damage from thanks to the samurai camp. But it is just, it's basically a big target that says, hey enemy, come hit me here. But it does heal allies for how much is it? 20% of their maximum health. After 3 seconds, I believe it is. So you can see me placing it down is really, honestly, a bad thing most of the time. Oh, I tried dodging. So whenever we're placing it down, we're going to place it down like way back here. That's a little exaggerating. But back where the enemy team cannot see it until it's too late for them to land abilities. This Kel'Thuzad is reading me like a book. Now, Alexstrasza, at least with this build, I don't really consider her a true healer until level 7. That's whenever she starts getting big healing numbers. I never went over level 4. Our talent at level 4 is Experience. This increases our movement speed by 15% if we are above 75% max HP. Go ahead and place down a heal here. You can tell what enemy heroes have your E applied because they have this little like fireball symbol under their name, which will help you keep track of your damage and whatnot. and how your slows will be applied towards the enemies. I'm sending out a W in a little more aggressive type position, and we're going to use our trait here. So this is Alexstrasza's trait. It is incredibly strong. It empowers all of our abilities. So our Q, for instance, no longer costs mana, or health rather. And additionally, I believe the cooldown is reduced to 3 seconds. So that's really strong. Be able to force the enemy team back in that situation, but that does appear to be all we'll get, and we will be losing our Vala due to a really good rotation by the enemy team's Sonya. So level 7, we're picking up Life Blossom. What this is if we use our Q, while an ally is, or while we're above 75% HP, it'll create a little flower at our healed ally's location. This flower, once picked up, oh, she's going in. He's going deep. We'll ping her on our way. We'll set up a little heal for him here. So you see the flower, I gotta go pick it up, which I just did. And it'll make it so the next Q that I cast no longer costs health. Additionally, our level 1 talent is making it so... Oh, place down a heal for him here. Doesn't look like he got to it, but I did, so it works out for me. Making sure my thrall stays nice and healthy while trying to avoid some damage from this samurai camp, which has just been following me around lane this whole time. What a jerk. But you'll notice if I'm staying above 75% max HP, my allies will be at full health almost all the time, because we got this 500 HP heal on essentially a 3-second cooldown. So it's super spammable, and it costs us nothing. We just have to be above the threshold. Now, it does, in my opinion, technically cost you something. You're trading out, like I said, all damage and crowd controlling abilities, which is what healers are known for. Is their, or not what they're known for, but like something most healers have is some sort of crowd control or peeling or something of that sort. It's like Malfurion has his root, Ana has a sleep dart. Most healers have something along that lines. We trade out almost everything just to heal, which I personally am okay with. Oh, it's going to be a lot of damage on me, and my Q is still barely an empowered Q, but I am now below my threshold. We're going to try to keep our allies alive here, as well as myself, so I made sure not to use a Q there to keep myself healthy. And while all this has been happening, Gul'dan's been in the bottom lane, getting decent push. We're approaching level 10 here, so that'll be very nice. This Thrall, he is so ballsy. I don't know if I like it or not. The enemy team has been doing a fantastic job of keeping their camps theirs. That's due to Sonya mainly. She has fantastic camp clear. I like Lifebinder at level 10. It's personally just, I think it's way better than the other ult. Not that the other ult's bad, it's just on such a long cooldown, and Lifebinder is really strong. If you don't know how Lifebinder works, you'll press R on a friendly ally. This will then link you and your allies, like, health bars, and it'll heal each of you for 700 at level 10, over 2 seconds. Oh, a lot of ults are being popped here. I'm going to try to focus on keeping my allies alive. So right here, I'm popping my Lifebinder ability on Thrall, which, if you didn't see what happened, you can skip back, but I'll explain it to you the best way that I can. I just now realized I had a turret this whole time that I should have popped, but I didn't. We'll go ahead and heal this man to get my flower and then continue on our way. Also, Samurai Camp got good push. But what my ult did there was it healed Thrall for 700 over 2 seconds, and then set, it would have been mine or his HP, to whoever had a higher percentage HP. So since it was me in that scenario, Thrall got healed for a lot. For whatever my max HP was. So I think it was probably around, like, I don't know, 100%. So it was around 100%, we'll say. So Thrall got healed to 100%. So that could have been used on a Stitches or Diablo who has high health, or it could have been used on a Murky, and it would have brought them just to 100% HP, despite that not being a lot. You can also use this to defend yourself, like I'm going to have to use here, so I'll use it on an ally who's much healthier than me, and just get me back to full. I need to come back in here to try to heal up my Vala a little bit. I was not able to pick up my flower just quite yet. Trying to spam out my abilities to keep my allies alive. Pick up the heal, and I want to keep my Gul'dan alive, so I'll use a heal on him. Just trying to keep each of us at a healthy point in our life. And if Gul'dan would suck on this girl, she should die. Maybe with another. There we go. ETC comes in for the kill. Beautiful. We're just gonna back now. Although someone's pushing on the cart, and I really don't want to have to deal with that. You can see though, my healing numbers are really high. Whenever you're playing a healer, the way to check. Oh no, I hate Sonya. I really do. Sonya and Johanna, which ironically the enemy team has one of each. The reason I just think those heroes are broken. What was I talking about though? Oh, so whenever you're trying to figure out if your healing numbers can be justified, you look at the highest damage number in the game, hero damage number, and your healing number should be as high or higher than that. And so you can check the scoreboard, and you can see mine is much higher. We're gonna go ahead out here and set up a heal for our ETC. He's going to use stage dive to get out. Alrighty, alright. We'll heal him up and use our little flower. I think that I want to pick up Life Unbound. It's my favorite ability at this talent tier at least. And I need to be getting in here to heal up my ally. But Thrall just keeps running away, so we're going to go ahead and use it on ETC here. And just get him a little bit healthier. Oh, I missed a Q. Trying to keep my allies alive is very stressful in the current state. Come here, Thrall, come here. Spamming Q on him. I'm gonna send out, trying to send out a slow on this enemy hero. Doesn't look like we're quite able to, so we're gonna get myself and ETC healthy. A good defense by the friendly team though, so I suppose we'll take it. I didn't use my trait there, just because it looked like we were winning that fight the whole time. But now that we're at the end of it, I feel like we kind of just, I guess we won. We're pushing the cart in the right direction. Enemy team does have a turret camp by the looks of things. And we're going to tell him just to back out, and we'll take this. Totally fine with that. Where did our ETC? ETC backed. Alright. Making sure allies are healthy. You can see, though, my damage numbers are extremely low. And my team fight disruptance is not very good. But we picked up Life Unbound at level 13. What this does is, if we will heal an ally for 15% of their maximum HP, and this heal's cooldown is then, oh no, trying to keep my ally alive, was not quite able to keep my Vala alive, which is a shame because I believe she's our highest damage dealer right now in the game. Nope, Thrall is. Keeping myself nice and healthy. We are pushing this objective in, which we did get it. We will lose our ETC, but we also will walk out. But Life Unbound, it'll heal allies for... It'll heal allies. For 15% of their maximum HP. Get this girl away from me. Trying to use a slow on her. Does look like I will most likely die unless I can dodge that ability. Another ability dodged. Thrall's running away. Can I get to... I was trying to get to an ally to use my R. Unfortunately, Sonya has much better chase down than I'll ever be able to run away from. But it'll heal an ally for 15%. I've been explaining this talent for 4 minutes now. As well as deal damage around enemies. And it's on a long cooldown. I should have gone for Pacify. I think I picked the worst one. It was a panic pick. But it's on a long cooldown, 90 seconds. But the cooldown is reduced by 30 seconds if you heal an ally who is stunned, rooted, or silenced. I believe that's what it is. Stunned, rooted, or silenced. Yep. make sure our Gul'dan stays nice and healthy. So we picked up Tough Love at level 16. This is arguably one of my strongest talents, Alexstrasza's strongest talents. So what this does is pressing Q on an ally with a heal will grant them 10 armor. Nothing insane, right? But if you press Q on an ally while you're above 75% maximum HP, your heal now gives plus 30 armor. And now we're talking. So we got this 700 HP heal on a 3-second cooldown that gives 30 armor. And all we have to do is be healthy. Which we get to be healthy just by existing because of our Q passive. It's so strong. Once again though, no peels for yourself. Oh, please. Don't let her get away. Oh, everything's gonna get popped here, isn't it? I'm gonna immediately cast my heal on our Vola to help keep her alive, as well as a heal onto Thrall. And oh no, I'm gonna die to minions too, or a dunk, even worse. Die, minions, please. Die. Just keep them away. Oh, that was so bad. Get juked, punk. I should have popped my ult. The thing with popping your Dragon Queen is it does take a few seconds to activate. Oh no. I just wanted the thing. Additionally, you cannot use Life Unbound on Alexstrasza, so that is one downfall to picking Life Unbound. Additionally, picking up Pacify would help with that little lack of self-peel and self-heal. Oh no. Oh no, ETC, what are you doing? Not, I guess his name is fitting, YOLO Baggins. Does not look like we'll be able to get here in time either to help save him. So we're just gonna hopefully walk away with our lives, because fighting now would be devastating with the enemy team almost hitting level 20, as well as us being down our tank. The game is still close. We are definitely lagging behind a little bit, so we're gonna start thinking about level 20, which I think we're gonna go for Ritual of Life, but Blessing of the Red could be good too. Ritual of Life will empower our Life Binder, so that might be what we'll go with, because I'll probably end up casting that on our Vala whenever she needs it. Oh no, little Vala. You are scaring me. Enemy team is pushing very aggressively here with us not having a tank. So we're just... There we go. There's our tank. Please don't die now. It's a lot of damage coming out. With our plus 30 armor, we're going to try to heal him up. But unfortunately, both me and my tank are taking a lot of damage, and I was not quite able to get inside of my heal with the enemy team having a huge CC chain. But, oh my goodness, the whole enemy team is 1 HP. If we can just get someone in the back line to kill them. Oh, but it doesn't look like we will, as everybody going in just kind of died one by one. Ah, so sad. They had 3 of them at 1 HP. So it does look like that will be the end of this game. Maybe Gul'danking. Maybe. The Baggins brothers. Maybe they'll be able to pull it off and save the core. Yeah, the enemy team just has such a hard CC chain, though. That last death. Oh, it doesn't even show what I got hit by, but I believe it was a leap into a silence, into a Kel'Thuzad combo. But we tried. And you can see, we go to damage. The highest damage numbers are in the 70,000s, and our healing number is at 95,000. So that's good healing that game. Malfurion also had good healing that game, but we had really good healing that game, so suck it, nerd. Haha. Our damage, however, is very much lacking in both departments. You actually do have decent wave clears, Alexstrasza. Not amazing, but decent. But you can see the potential, especially if we had a little more organized fights. I feel like there was a couple fights where we just went in one guy and then they died, or the enemy team had really good lockdown, especially with. I think Sonya is an absolute busted piece of garbage. Look at this leap. This is a second and a quarter stun, which if you add on her Q, it becomes like a 2-second stun, which is really long. This is on a 60-second cooldown, but it gets reduced, right? Reduces Leap's cooldown by 20 seconds. It gets reduced to a 40-second cooldown. And then you can create this crater, which traps enemies. So basically every 40 seconds, you have a free lockdown on at least one, possibly more. So like on this friendly team where no one has an escape out of crater, it's like they got a mosh pit almost on a 40-second cooldown. That's so strong. Um, but enough crybabying. At level 1, we picked Live and Let Live. Experience at level 4, Life Blossom at level 7, Life Binder at 10, Life Unbound at 13, and Tough Love at 16. Had we made it to 20, we would have probably gone for Ritual of Life. However, Blessing of the Red would have been good too. Additionally, 13, I probably in hindsight should have picked up Pacify to deal with that Sonya a little more. Dragon Scales could have been good too, but Life Unbound, it worked out decently. But you just got to remember, you're not a real healer until 7, and you don't have much damage or peeling capabilities. With this build, she has 2 other builds, which is a E/Dragon build, which is a lot of fun, especially if you get Alexstrasza and ARAM. And then she has a W build, which I personally do not like, but that's just because I think her W is just a big sign that says, hey, it's a target, come hit me, I'm right here. So it makes Kael'thas and Kel'Thuzad and any mage like the easiest spells to hit. But yeah, that was Alexstrasza. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you all in the next one.